Hey, game players, GamerDad here for the Gamescape Network, your guide to the landscape of gaming. And today I have a Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile. I know I said I wasn't going to spam the channel with Yu-Gi-Oh content, but this deck went 4-0-1 against three top-tier decks. And this Saturday, I'm really excited about it because I love this deck. So I'm going to show it to you, and that's that. So here we go. Here's my Ultra Athletes deck profile. And first up, we have the UA midfielder, your level 4 normal summoner. And I'll go over combos at the end, but midfielder, your Mighty Slugger. He's Armades when he attacks. It's great. Your Perfect Ace. He's your defense guy. You could discard a card on your opponent's turn to negate the activation of any spell, trap, or effect monster's effect. Your goalkeeper, he's 2800 defense, and once per turn, he or another UA monster you control can't be destroyed by a battle or card effect. That's on your opponent's turn, which was on your any turn, but just your opponent. And you have two tour guides from the underworld, two Scarm. I would love to have three of her, but I only have two, and haven't only went into a situation where I needed a third one time. But other than that, these four cards put in a lot of work. I love them. 3 Battle Fader, best defense you can get when you have nothing else, or even when you have other stuff. Great, love it. Stop your opponent cold. Love it. 1 Trag. I was actually taking him out. I didn't use him but one time, but I forgot. I got to the locals late, and I didn't have a chance to find him, throw in a third Reckless Greed. So I left him in, and since he was there in Saturday, he's there now. So 1 Trag, and this is something I teched in just because I thought it would work really well. Because when testing, when I got late game, I was out of targets to search for. They were all in the grave, and makes me feel better about ditching a UA monster for midfield Perfect Aces effect. You just bring them all back, special summon, and then you can normal summon out another one and start all over again. So it's a really good card, and it came in super duper handy, and I'm glad I put it in. But now that I'm thinking about it, I might actually leave Trag there and him, and maybe throw a Gustav Max in the extra deck since I have the room. But who knows? I got to make some changes. But next we have the field spell. Maybe, come on, there we go. UA Stadium. When you normal summon a UA monster, you search for your deck and add another UA monster to your hand. When you special summon a UA monster, every monster you control gains 500 attack. You can play around it. The deck gets super slow, but you kind of need it. If you're gonna win a grind game, you need this card. So because you need it so much, 2 Terraforming. You don't need 3. 3 is way too much overkill. But the 3-2 ratio was perfect. And then UA Power Jersey. This card is just about broken. Not quite, but it's just about. You equip it to a UA monster, they gain 1000 attack. When a UA monster you control attacks an opponent's monster, while it's equipped with this card, your opponent takes double the damage they normally would have, and then if the monster is destroyed, you can attack again. It's insanely stupid. Like, I was playing shadolls, they brought out Construct, and normally that would destroy a special summon monster, but because Mighty Slugger says you can't activate effects, it didn't kick in. So I had the field spell, so I special summoned him. He was at 28, equipped him with 2 Power Jerseys, swung into the Construct, did 4,000 points of damage, and attacked again, and that was pretty much a first turn kill. Oh, it was beautiful. But this deck can OTK, it can grind, whatever you need it to do, it can do. I love it. I really, really do. 3 Monarch Stormforth. Get rid of problem monsters that your opponent controls Helps you keep your normal summons going. I was running 2, but said screw that. Let's make it 3. 2 Kaiser Coliseum. I really tempted to run a 3rd one of these. I don't have one, but I really would, because this card saved me from satellas, from Burning Abyss so many times. It's just too good. Then we have Feast of the Wild, level 5. You can special summon a monster, a level 5 monster from your graveyard or your hand. Their effects are negated. But so many times, I went to normal summon something and torrential tribute. Crap, now what do I do? Feast of the Wild, bring him back, special summon, and go. It's a good card. I never sided it out, and when I drew it, I needed it, but at more than 1, it was useless. Like, I started off running 3 because I thought it was really good, but it wasn't that good. And then I had it down at 2, and now it's at 1, and that's exactly where it's going to stay, because it's about perfect there. 2 MSTs, basically for Cliff Forts, and just other problem cards, if spot removal and all that. Skill drain. But 2 of those. 2 Reckless Greed. 1 Ghost of a Grudge. If you're going to grind, this is such a good card. I love it. That's one of my cards, and I love seeing people's faces when you do play it. They go to attack, and oops, nope, you have 0 attack. They hate it. I love it. And then finally, 1 Solemn Scolding. 3,000, pay 3,000 life, negate anything. I only run 1 because of that cost, and I sided it out. Almost every time I sided, I never actually drew it. So it's just there because it can be useful, but if you don't have it, you don't have it. No big deal. And then extra deck, we have Saber Invoker. Detach 1, get your midfielder, special summon, go from there. Fortune Tune, this is the card that I went into the most with my tour guide and Scarms. Can't be targeted, can't be destroyed, unless they do it 3 times. And each of your standby phases, you gain 500 life. And when it gets sent to the graveyard, you shuffle 2 level 3 monsters back into your deck, and it goes back to the top of the deck. So if you do tour guide, get Scarm, they destroy it, send Scarm, you get another tour guide, and you could either leave him on the field or tribute him off, and they both go back. Then you can play tour guide into Scarm and get Fortune Tune back. And it's just one of those things. If you don't have your plays and you could sit behind him in Kaiser Coliseum, it's so irritating to be the opponent on that, because there's really nothing they could do unless they could get rid of Kaiser Coliseum. So it's really good. I love that card. Zen Mains for a spot removal. I think I went into him 1 time and it was a mistake. Shouldn't have done it, but whatever. Live and learn. And then we have Acid Golem. He's great with skill drain. If you need a 3,000 attacker. And since you have so many guys that need a tribute for normal summon, his lack of special summoning condition isn't that big a deal. You just tribute him off whenever you want to go crazy with your with the rest of your summons. Rank 4s, not 1 time did I go into him, but Cowboy, free game, just because. Ragna Zero, I love that card. Castell is a good card if you need to get rid of something. But with only 3 level 4s, I don't go into them much, but these are all situational cards. And yes, if I had a 101, I would run it. I don't, so that's that. Castell is just pretty good. Volcasaurus won me a game against the Satellaknights. Rank 5s, you got plenty of them, so you got plenty of level 5s. You got ways to bring them back. You got ways to get them back to your hand, so I don't mind rank 5s, but I only went into Volcasaurus once, and it did win me a game. But it's good. Machu Mech, I love this card. From the Gaga Machu Mech O2K. way back when. But I run 2 only because I have the extra deck. If I actually needed the space, I'd take 1 out. But this card did win me a game one week, so I like him. He's in. Then a new addition would be the Utopia Beyond. When he summoned all attack, the attacks of all your monsters become 0. I mean, and he's a 3,000 attacker. How good is that? So, and then Photon Strike Bouncer, because that's just a good card too. Negate effects and burn. So, like I said, I didn't go into hardly any of these, but Fortune Tune, Saber Invoker 1 time, Volcasaurus 1 time, and Acid Golem once or twice. So, you don't need the extra deck. You can deal without it, but it does help just having the options there. Then side deck we had D-Fisher, which I'm probably just going to take the Trag out and just put D-Fisher in because it was too good. 3, and the band played on, which says you can't special summon a monster whose level or rank is equal to a monster you control with that level or rank. Slows down Satella's, well, actually it stops Satella's Dead, slows down Burning Abyss, and it's just good. And you can play around it because you have the rank 6 in there, so it's a good card, and that's the card I sided in more time than any other thing, and the D-Fisher. Like I said, I'll probably take Trag out and just throw the D-Fisher in. It's too good. Chain Disappearance. It's another good card. Mind Crush. Light Imprisoning Mirror. That's the only other side deck card. And I had 5 other cards inside, and I forget what they were. I want to say System Down, but I don't remember. But anyway, combos. There's not many combos. Summon him, equip with that, and kill. So your normal play would be you normal summon him, search for him, or him, depending on what you have in your hand. If you don't have either one, I'd search for him first. Special summon him in defense, pass turn. Next turn, normal summon him, bring search for him if you needed him, and then bounce Perfect Ace back for him, and he'll be at 2,800. You attack with him, then you bounce him back for him, so then you have your 2,800 attack monster and face, who can be destroyed, but not many things can get over 2,800 attack right now. And then you have the Perfect Ace for defense. And then next turn, you normal summon him, get another search, special summon him by bouncing Perfect Ace back. So now you have a 3,300 attack Mighty Slugger, a 2,800 attack Mighty Slugger, and then you can bounce him back for a third, and that's pretty much game. That's like the best combo that I found. And that's that. I love this deck. Like I said, it beat Satellaknights, it beat Shadolls, it beat Heroes, and I tied Burning Abyss. We played like for almost an hour, and we said, you know what, forget it. We're done. We'll take the tie. And we ended up with the same record. So, yeah, I love the way this deck performs, and I highly recommend you check it out. You can get this deck so budget. Your most expensive main deck cards would be your Battle Faders, and if you can find them, they're not too bad, and your Tour Guides. Everything else is dirt cheap. All these monsters here are 20 cents. All your UA monsters are 20 cents. Trag, maybe $1. Solemn Scolding is kind of high, but you don't need it. You know, your extra deck is nothing. You don't even need an extra deck, and then your side deck. You know, but anyway, it's a great budget deck that, if you play it right, can win, and it can throw your opponent for a loop if they're not expecting it or they don't know how to counter it. But anyway, that's the profile. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you liked it, thumbs it up. If you want to subscribe, great. And I'll try to throw some duel videos up at some point. Like I said, I'm not going to spam the channel with Yu-Gi-Oh! But that's that for this one, and have fun playing. Bye.